Yo, yo, guess who back, yo? Shout out to y'all for the long behind breaks I be taking. People still tuning in and all that. I appreciate y'all because consistency levels went down, man. A lot of stuff happened and all that good stuff. But your boy realized that I haven't shot a short story in a long time. Like, I don't even know if y'all remember. I used to do like the little unsaid short stories and all that fly stuff where I would tell y'all like little things that molded me to be who I am and all that fly stuff. Now, this ain't that. I don't know if this molded me at all. Yeah, I don't think this molded me at all, but it was a hell of an experience. Now, before I actually give you the story, let me preface this by saying I ain't supposed to be shooting this story alone. It's supposed to be at least two other gentlemen right beside me shooting this story, but I'm all the way to freaking Georgia. They all the way back home, Philly and wherever else. So it's just a lot harder to do that. So shout out to y'all, Antoine O, Alex. If y'all see this, hold me true to this. So if I like ad lib or say something wrong, or whatever, please hop in the comments, correct it. When I get with y'all, we can shoot it again and do it the official way that I wanted it to be done in the first place. So if you can't read, the title of this one basically was "The Time I Almost Got Jumped." All right. Everybody pretty much has either been in an experience. Well, I won't say that. A lot of people, I would think, has either been in a situation where they either are about to get jumped, they did get jumped, or some variation of, right? I would think. Now, it's happened to me and my homies. All right. So let me just set the stage for you. Can't remember what grade it's in, so I'm gonna just say I was in high school because I know I was. So let me say I was maybe in 10th grade, 9th, 10th grade, maybe. And basically, I lived in Delaware at the time. But what I would do is during the summertime, I would always go back to Philly, and I would spend most, if not the entire summer, in Philly with my cousin and all that. So this is one of those times. It's summertime, whatever the case is. You know how it is during the summertime. A lot of times you ain't really got nothing to do. You know, being a young kid or whatever, you can't get into no club and all that. But, you know, just kicking it outside, kicking it with your peoples is normally the party all in itself. So that's what this was. Might have been, I don't know, Friday, Saturday night, if that. And we all chilling. We chilling at what I want to say was a school. It might have been one of them, and I might be speaking out of turn about saying this. It might have been one of them like religious schools, like Catholic joints or whatever, to where I could have swore I seen like a Jesus or a Mary or some statue or whatever the case is, but I could be ad-libbing on that. But bottom line, it was nighttime. We was outside. It was me. It was Antoine. Shout out to you, cuz. It was Ole. We call him O. Shout out to you. And it was Alex. Alex is the cousin of another homie of mine, which is in another story I'm going to give y'all. Shout out to Jay. Alex was there too. So, boom. It's all four of us. Come on, car. What you doing? It's all four of us or whatever. We all kicking it, right? I don't know how we ended up where we were. We might have just been roaming and just looking for stuff or whatever the case is. We wasn't looking for trouble, but we was looking for stuff. So, stuff normally mean women. But whatever. So, again, I don't know how this happened, but we ended up at this school with women present, right? All around our age, whatever the case is. I don't know who knew who, if we knew any of them or whatever. That part I can't remember. But bottom line, it's four of us. It's about, I don't know, maybe three of them, maybe four of them, something like that, whatever it is. But people knowing people, you know how I go. If it's too many guys there and it's not enough women, the men will start to have conflict with each other in some variation or sort. Doesn't necessarily mean it's going to get violent or whatever the case is, but normally, you know, that's when men start showing their ego, showing how much cooler they are than the other nigga. Some variation of they show they're funnier than the other nigga. Whatever the case is, they start putting on their best rendition of, hey, I'm better than these other guys. Choose me if you're going to choose anybody. And it might have been a little bit of that going on. Not on my part. I can't say on my part. I was too cool for school, but there was, I would say, some of that going on. So boom, girls are here, whatever the case is, and they're here with the guy that they did know. Now, we didn't know this guy at all. White dude, whatever. Might have been around our age, might have been older. Like I said, we all were in high school at the time. Can't speak for him because we didn't know him. But he knew the girls, and the girls knew him, or whatever the case is. And we're just there. Like, I don't know why we're there, but we're there. We're chilling on the same steps as the girls and this guy. So, he was saying what he was saying, this and the third, and I guess he told one of them, like, yo, I'm about to dip off or whatever. So he does this, that. Like, he says whatever. I don't know if he hugs or kisses one of them, but he dips off. He starts to walk away and all that fly-ish or whatever. And as he's walking away, my homie Alex, shout out to you, Alex, you almost got us killed. My homie Alex says something to him. Now, I don't know what he said. I can't remember. It was too long ago. I don't know exactly what he said to him. He said something, right? And I just realized I went the wrong way. I could have went a different way. I'm still learning Georgia. So now I'm sitting in traffic when I ain't had to be. But whatever. He said something to the dude that he didn't have to say. Like, I don't know, get the F out of here. Something like that. Like something that had nothing to do with this guy. Because, again, we ain't know this guy. So to be on some, mean-ish towards him or derogatory-ish towards him was really uncalled for, to be honest with you, being a grown-up. But at the time, your homie say something, you laugh it off or whatever. You don't really think no repercussions is coming from it because, again, it's 4 of us. And it's just him. So, whatever. So, he says something back. Like, he wasn't no punk. I got to give him that. He wasn't no punk. He says something back, but it's also, you know how, like, nigga say something, but he keeps on walking. Like, he not going to stop stride because he knows, hey, if I stop, I could get jumped. So, he says what he says. He dips off. I didn't hear him say he was coming back. I don't know if he said he was coming back, but I ain't hear it. So, we assuming that's that. We won. Like, that's what I'm thinking. Oh, all right, the girls are ours, right? Again, we don't even know who the girls are, but the girls are ours. We won. The girls have stayed with us. Dude dipped off. Bet. So, if anybody knows me, they know that, like, normally, like, I got an attitude. Like, I'm normally, like, annoyed at life. I'm working on that, but I'm normally annoyed at life. So, me just being there, whatever, I was in a good mood. So I'm kind of like laughing and joking. A lot of people don't see that side of me. But there's a laughing and joking side too. So I was in that mode. Like I was not in a hostile, a volatile, I'm ready to fight somebody mode. I was in pure just, this is fun. Girls are here. We chilling. Everything is love right now, right? So we doing that. We might have been chilling there for about a good, I'll embellish, maybe 15 minutes or so, right? Guys, girls. Now, nobody's really like intermingling so much so to where like everybody's touching each other, sitting on each other's lap or whatever. I'm sitting on the steps. There was a lot of steps. I'm sitting on the steps. My homies is either sitting and or standing on the steps. We're entertaining the females as much as we can to get further, right? And I don't know why, but I happen to look to my right? Now, steps are facing this way. The building that we're at or whatever, the dude ended up walking to my right. If I'm sitting in the same way the steps are facing, he ended up walking to my right to leave or whatever the case is. And around the schoolyard or whatever the hell he went, he just disappeared. So whatever. So I happened to look to that same right like 15 minutes later, just out of like natural reaction. It wasn't even about no I heard somebody or anything. I just kind of like glanced to my side, right? And as I do it, I see homie coming back. Right? So he starts walking back, but he's walking different. You know what I mean? Like, you know how somebody like, you'll see somebody walking when they know they got backup and their stride is different. Their mode is, it's a very few who got that same energy, who's a lion, no matter whether they alone or with the group or whatever. He had a different walk with him. And I didn't know why yet because he was leading his pack. He was so much farther than the rest of his homies. So, whatever. He comes around, whatever. So I'm looking at him like, okay, I guess it's going to be a fight of some sort. I didn't think it was going to be, anything more than that. But all right, I see him coming, right? Pause. And after I see him come past or whatever, I see another dude walking right behind him, right? Much older guy. If this guy was around our age, and I don't know if that to be true. So let's say he was a teenager. This guy who walked around the corner with him, he was a grown man. He at least, and when I say grown man, if I'm a teenager, he's like 25 at least, right? Bigger than us and everything. And in every single way, he's a grown man. You can tell he's not one of us, right? He walks around the corner, right? So I'm like, oh, all right. You know, as men, you size up people too. That's just a natural habit. I think that has to do with just natural selection. When you're in a room with guys or whatever, you size them up without even knowing you size them up. Just, all right, if this go down, this is how I gotta approach him. This is how I gotta. You do that just regardless, right? So, he walks around, and I'm doing that without even intentionally doing it. I'm all right. He a little bit bigger. Yeah, I mean, pause, but okay, still four of us, right? He come around the corner. As he's walking around the corner, another guy comes around the corner. As that guy walks around the corner, another guy walks around the corner. Dog, it was guy. When I say it was at least, and I'm not exaggerating on this part, it was at least 15 guys who walked around that corner of all different nationalities. This nigga brought the whole United Nations with him. It wasn't even likely. He was white. The first dude he brought with him was white. So it wasn't even on no, yo, we're just gonna beat you up white style. This nigga brought the whole United Nations with him. It was black guys who walked around that corner, Spanish guys who walked around. I might have seen an Indian. I don't know. It was mad niggas who walked around this corner. Now, I can only size up so much, right? So I did all my so-called sizing up people and measurements and all that as much as I could with what I had. And what I had at the time, was old head and a young boy who all this stuff was gonna go down with anyway, right? Once it got to like 5 to 6 to 7 more guys on top of them, I said, okay, this ain't gonna go our way. This is gonna be bad, or whatever the case is, right? But you know, as a man, you can't necessarily show fear right away, right? So you got to put on your poker face. So I'm already in this position. I'm leaning like I'm doing now, but I was leaning on the steps. I was leaning back, but I'm sitting like low on the steps. I might be the lowest one on the steps. Everybody else might be sitting above me or standing or some variation up, right? So they walk almost in unison, like a team. They walk and they surround the steps, right? So that let us know, okay, ain't nobody running from this. Like this, whatever's about to happen, because we didn't say it, like me and my cousin, we gonna fight regardless, right? Like I'm not gonna leave my cousin to fight. We not like that. Me and O, same way. Nobody's running from this. There are no punks in the entire scenario. However, we're not idiots either. So we're kind of like, all right, yeah, this is about the, like, it's almost like unsaid, because nobody says it, but it's just kind of like, all right, this is about to go down, right? They circle the steps, so even if we wanted to run, we couldn't. There's no escaping this or whatever, right? So old head, the 25-year-old nigga, and I'm guessing his age, he was the one who was more offended than the nigga who dipped off in the first place. He come back around the corner on some, yeah, like, what now? Like on some, I was like, fam, we didn't even say nothing to. Who are you? Like, we don't even know who you are. We didn't offend you, I'm sure. Or at least we didn't think so. But whatever. He riding for his homie. I can't knock him, right? So what y'all saying now? This, that, and third, whatever, right? I'm quiet. There's nothing to say right now. There's nothing to say because I didn't say anything to begin with, right? So I'm not gonna just randomly start talking. There was nothing to say because I didn't even start with the other nigga. You know what I mean? Like, I felt that was unnecessary what my homie Alex did. But I'm with Alex. We riding with Alex, right? So, he's on some what now? Now, Alex ain't no punk, right? Alex, shout out to him. I don't know if he's from Miami, but at the time, he came down to visit from Miami. Shout out to Miami, right? He's no punk. Stocky dude, short but real stocky. Remember that I say this, you cannot wrestle him. Whatever you're gonna do to Alex, if you're gonna fight him, I don't know how he looks now. Shout out to you, Alex, if you ever see this. But the Alex that I knew, there was no wrestling him. He's the type of guy, if you're gonna fight him, you gotta stay on his outside and wear him down, right? There was no wrestling this guy. Remember that. So Alex, you know what I mean? Like, I guess he said whatever he said back to the, you know what I mean? Again, there's no backing down, right? So I'm gauging on, all right, if this goes down, who I'ma at least get my hit off on before we get mollywopped? Who am I? I'ma at least get a good one off on somebody, right? And we probably are thinking this. Aim for your target. Hope you hit him. Hope you knock him out. And then you just got to deal with whatever it comes rest, right? Or whatever. So, you know, we gauging. And, you know, as we're doing this, Alex and the homie is talking. Old head is kind of interjecting where he interjects, saying, yeah, y'all want to fight? We can fight. All that stuff's going down, right? And then I heard heaven, right? This was heaven to me. I don't know what it sounded like to Antoine. I don't know what it sounded like to O, right? But it sounded like heaven to me. I heard one of the niggas of the United Nations that was in the crowd, because it was a crowd of niggas, right? He says, man, I'm just here to see a fight. I'm just here to see a fight. I came to see a fight, not to take part in a fight, not to jump nobody. I'm just here to see a fight. Now, he said it, and there was some agreement in the crowd. It wasn't no, oh, well, I'm here to fight. It was like, yeah, I just want to see what happens. Which leads me to believe, homie went back to wherever him and his boys is, or his boy is, or whatever. He's telling, yo, niggas popping fly, this, that, and third. Other niggas around, oh, somebody about to fight, let's go. World Star, one of them moments was happening without us even knowing. World Star might not have been invented at the time. But that's what was happening. So, he says that, right? I don't know if I did it on my face, but I instantly smiled in my head. Oh, this is great. This is perfect. Because I know if it's going to be a fight between my homie and their homie, they're going to lose. We know that already. That's probably why Alex just liked to fight. That's why he popped off how he did in the first place, right? So, again, back to my sizing up. If we do got to fight, it's going to be Alex and the homie, and then me, Antoine, and other Ole. We might have to jump the old head nigga. Push come to shove, right? But Alex and the homie is what I'm thinking about now. Cool, this is great. Everybody else is just spectators. We're all spectators, right? So, they're still pushing the issue. Yo, we gonna fight. Now that I realize there's no jumping involved, I go back to comedian mode. Oh, okay. The girls are still here. The girls are here the entire time. Girls never left. Like they were here the entire time watching this happen, right? So we set it up. All right, fight. You fight my nigga fight shit nigga, right? Cool. Nobody touch. Nobody do anything. We gonna let them fight like men. Cool. Alex square up with the dude, right? There is no wrestling Alex, right? But, you know how guys are. Couple swings are being thrown, niggas sizing up, this, that, and the third, whatever. And as they're sizing up, oh, I don't know what you were doing, but you almost got us re-jumped. Because, basically, they were about to fight. And I don't know how O ended up behind either the dude or Alex, but it came off, even to me, and I was on your side. It came off like you was ready to jump the nigga when Alex already had him situated. So, when that happened, the old 25-year-old nigga was like, oh, word? We jumping now? Like, as if he was ready to attack. And I'm like, whoa, like, time out. We just situated and made the agreement that I thought that we weren't fighting. It's just Alex and the nigga, right? And I'm only calling him that because I don't know his name. So shout out to you if you ever see this. But whatever. So we somehow diffused that. Oh, stay over here. Let that nigga stay over there. And let these niggas fight. Boom. They start fighting. They start sizing up this, that, and the third. Alex might have got a hit on him or whatever. And Alex, like, again, we were all around the same age, but Alex was a stocky kid. His fists were like bear claws. Like, stocky dude, right? So him hitting somebody with not enough face to cover the punch, it sounds hard. Like, it sounds painful, right? So Alex might have got a hit on the dude, this, that, and the third. The dude wasn't really rocking with him, period, right? So, you know what happens. Dude, you get punched once or two times, you either gonna back up, try to block, get your bearings together, whatever the case. You might even take a few steps back like you're running off, whatever. You either do that, and this is just what guys do, or you go in for the grapple, like a clinch, like a boxing clinch, right? He chose the clinch, right? There is no wrestling Alex. Y'all say it with me. There is no wrestling Alex. Period. He wants to wrestle. he grabs Alex, right? Alex starts swinging this nigga around like a belt, like just, get off of me. Swung him around, right? Now, mind you, the steps are still there too. Nothing's left. The entire setting is still the setting. The steps happen to still be there too, right? So boom, steps are there. He swings the guy around, swings him around in such a fashion, like a rag doll really, but in such a fashion to where he ended up swinging him onto the steps that were concrete and landing on him. Again, Alex is a stocky dude. He was heavy set then. I don't know if you're heavy set now, Alex, but you was fat back then, dog. Not badly fat, like you still could run if you had to, but you was fat back then. So you land on somebody of our size at the time when you were the size you were, you can kill him, right? So he swings the dude around and almost like slams him, like body slams him on concrete steps. And all you heard was his head hit the concrete. That's all I didn't hear no other. It's almost like he tombstoned him. Shout out to Undertaker if y'all watch wrestling. It almost sounded like he tombstoned him because I'm sure his other, body parts hit the steps, but all you heard was his skull hit the steps. Bah! Like real loud. To where everybody was like, ooh, like, when everybody, fighting 101, when everybody that's spectating the fight, that's just watching the fight, when everybody says, ooh, all at the same time, something either really bad happened to you or you did something really bad to the person you're fighting. That's the only two reasons somebody gonna give you, ooh, that type, and that's the type of ooh, everybody, ooh, like one eye closed, Forrest Whitaker style, oh, get him up. Like, the 25-year-old nigga grabbed his nigga up and just retreated. Like I still thought we had to fight. The 25-year-old was still brolic and still had much. He was bigger than Alex. He had size on all of us, right? So I'm still thinking, all right, we still might have to handle him depending on how bad his dude could be. He grabbed this guy up and he retreated. After he retreated, all the 15 to 20 niggas who happened to be there, they started to retreat. Now, again, they weren't there to fight. So when I say retreat, I just basically mean they just started walking off, like on some, oh snap, like, dang, we didn't think that was gonna go that way that went, but all right, let's go. Everybody left, leaving us with the same girls that we felt we won fair and square in the first place. First thing one of the girls says, I was so scared for y'all. I was terrified. I thought you guys were about to get killed. You know, again, I'm too cool for school. But in my head, I was saying, I thought we were going to get killed too, lady. like I could have swore that was the end of us. So, if you remember the title, it was, I almost got jumped. I did not get jumped in that setting. Shout out to heaven, God, whoever was looking out, whatever. But that could have ended so badly for all of us because, Lord, we was outnumbered. Like, we was really, really outnumbered. So where if they did want to jump, even if they wasn't there for a fight and they said, you know what, let's fight, it would have been a wrap for us unless we had Bruce Lee, Michael Jai White, Tony Jaa, Scott Atkins, and all them other karate niggas. There was no chance we was walking out of that without the ambulance helping us get out. You know what I mean? It was just that type of group. I don't know if 15 people sound like a lot to you, but literally gather up 15 people, gather up 15 guys, put them close together, then look at them. It might sound different than what it sounds like. Oh, 15? No. Group them together, and I'm saying 15 at least. It could have been more. Group them together, then look at them. That's what we were up against, whatever the case is. Life could have got bad for us. Bad part is I don't even know technically what happened to the girls. You know, we stayed, we entertained them, whatever, but nothing popped off. Nobody got nothing from any of them. I found out that one of them liked me afterwards, but you know, I'm not gonna lie, some of my cool was knocked off from the fact that I thought I was about to die. So I don't know if I played that right. I just think we ended up walking one of the girls home on some knight in shining armor tip or whatever the case is. The whole night was kind of just thrown off, like, because Antoine, he's a wolf. He would have, but in the setting that we was in after what happened, I think we was just happy to be alive and get away, and we get like our homie won. Like, we was down, but we still somehow came out like, yeah, you beat that nigga up. So, you know, shout out to you, Alex, for beating the nigga up and all that, but you really kind of put us in dirt too. So, you know, whatever. We just walked the lady home, problem averted. I'm here to this day without having to have been jumped by so many guys, whatever. So, you know, I really wanted them here. I'm going to get them here so they can tell their side. I might be embellishing. I know I ain't, but I might be embellishing to some of them or whatever the case is. I'm going to get him here to tell their side of the story or whatever, so y'all can really hear the entire thing from different perspectives beside my own. Because from what I saw, we was about to die, right? But thank you for listening, whatever the case is. I didn't really want to make this too long, or probably dragged it out for too much, as is, whatever. But that was the day I almost got jumped while I was a teenager in high school, whatever the case is. I'm not going to be doing this fairly too often because I don't have that many stories to tell y'all, but I do have another story to tell y'all, right? I'm just going to give y'all this. If you're watching this, right, before you see the next video, because I'm going to drop this first, go home if you haven't. I think it's on Netflix, Hulu, one of them streaming networks or whatever. Look it up on YouTube. Type in Boondocks, the fundraiser. Type that in. Watch that show. Great show. Great show. Funny show. Watch that. And then be ready for the next video where we tell y'all. Well, I'll probably tell you if I can't get them. I at least tell y'all where they got that idea from. Because y'all actually talking to one member of the fundraiser. Stay on the lookout for that. That's coming pretty soon, or whatever the case is. Thank y'all for listening. This was Unsaid Short Stories. I'll holler at y'all later.